Check out this sweet animation. Block construction, wood seal, fluid apply to air barrier. That looks like Polyguard's blueberry right there, doesn't it? All blue.
Step by step.
This is the York Flashing website, and this 20-second animation, I gotta say, Mark and I nerded out on it. It's a product that looks kind of European, actually. You see this a lot in Europe where they put this sill extension on, and York didn't send that to us, but look, we can watch lots of YouTube videos. All right, so next up on the new products list, I've used some similar flashings from a different company, but I didn't realize York made all kinds of options, including some especially excellent ones called
Wicked Good Flashing.
Wicked Good Flashings. Sounds like a good boss.
If you're wicked smart, you're going to use it.
All right, so what you're looking at here is a bunch of these flashings are basically thin, like 2 mil. It looks better if I actually do it coolly. 2 mil, both stainless and copper, that have some type of backer on them, because you know copper is not inexpensive, neither is stainless. So check this out. This is like a termite flashing. This could be a deck ledger flashing. Thin copper, but they reinforce it on the back with this membrane. I don't know exactly what this is, but it looks like some type of reinforced fabric. So now my copper is not going to puncture, and I've got a long-lasting copper, but I can use a thin version of it. So this could be a termite shield that you put down first, and then you build a wall on top of it. You put a pier on top of that or a beam on top of that. This could also be a deck flashing, and because it's flexible, you could run this up underneath house wrap, flash it over a 2x ledger on the house, and now you've got an inexpensive, not inexpensive, actually I have no idea how much this costs, but you've got a less expensive than a bent piece of, 24 gauge copper, which would be real expensive.
That's the point there. It has to get bent either by the folks on site or you have it done with a break off site, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to turn around.
Now, the other options that we're seeing here, Mark, are stainless. And I've used a lot of stainless over the years for through-wall flashings, for brick, for stone, that sort of thing. I use this on my house, not this, but a version of this in stainless steel. This one also I've never seen before. It has a butyl, like 10 mil thick butyl backer on it. So you could, in effect, basically, wow, that is really sticky.
Yeah.
Stick that right on top of the base of your wall. You know, put this right onto the zip, put this right onto your OSB or your plywood on the outside, bend it onto the sill, and now that butyl is going to adhere to both the base of the house and your brick lug, and now you've got a nice through-wall flashing. That's a cool product.
Those are my favorite talking points. It's to the best of my knowledge, this is the only flexible stainless steel flashing.
No, there's another brand out there that I used as well, but I didn't realize this catalog was so big. I didn't know York flashings. I've used Prosecco's before, which is a big build show sponsor. We have no relationship with York, but Mark found these and got them to send us some samples. I think they've got some really innovative products, and this website, besides that video we watched, lots of really cool animations and drawings. So the cool stuff from York.
Self-adhering part is really helpful in the field. It's also made in the USA. I know that's a point you like to bring up a lot. Sure. For groups out there like the Air Barrier Association, it's products like this that really help, right? You bring it up all the time, and the folks know it. The #1 killer of buildings?
Water. So 80% of construction lawsuits is water. So get your water right, and you're going to be 80% there for not getting sued as a builder.
When do you plan for flashings, right? You plan when your project is still on paper.
That's right.
That's why that we were geeking out on that video. It's because that's done on the onset. This copper, come on, they got it together.
Yeah, I think the nice thing about these too, I was just thinking, Mark, is if you generally are flashing deck ledgers and maybe through-all flashing, you could probably keep 2 rolls of this on hand at all times, and now just roll out what you need, overlap it by a couple inches, put a bead of some butyl sealant in between those, and now you can just kind of keep this stocked in your job trailer at all times for deck jobs, for brick. It looks like based on their website, you can use this for sills, for head flashings. There's a bunch of other options out there. So kudos to York for sending us some cool samples.